Hey guys, welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of psychology because things are about to get seriously cerebral and mind-bending. We're talking about the 5 major models of abnormality. You know, those theories that try to explain why some people just act a little different. It's like trying to solve a mystery, but the brain is the crime scene. Intrigued? Me too. Let's get to it, folks. First up, we've got the biological model. This model is a cornerstone in understanding mental health. Think of it like this. Ever have one of those days where your brain feels like it's running on fumes? It's more common than you think. The biological model is like, yeah, that's not just you being dramatic, that's your brain chemistry being all out of whack. It's a real, tangible thing. It's all about how our biology, our genetics, our brain structure, all that good stuff can influence our mental health. These factors play a crucial role. Like, did you know that imbalances in certain neurotransmitters can contribute to things like depression and anxiety? It's wild. These chemical messengers are vital. Turns out, our parents don't just pass down their good looks, they also pass down predispositions for certain mental health conditions. It's all in the genes. The biological model also looks at things like brain injuries, infections, and even exposure to toxins during pregnancy as potential contributors to mental illness. These factors can have long-lasting effects. So basically, the biological model is all about how our physical selves can mess with our mental selves. It's a fascinating and complex interplay. Next up, we're traveling back in time to the days of Sigmund Freud and his infamous couch. Get ready to explore the depths of your unconscious mind with the psychodynamic model. This model is all about how our past experiences, especially those from our childhood, can shape our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in the present. Imagine an iceberg, right? The tip of the iceberg, that's your conscious mind, all the thoughts and feelings you're aware of. But lurking beneath the surface, that's your unconscious mind, a treasure trove of repressed memories, hidden desires, and unresolved conflicts. According to Freud, these unconscious conflicts are the root of all our psychological woes. The psychodynamic model is all about digging deep into our past to understand our present. Okay, enough about the past, let's talk about the present. The behavioral model is all about how we learn our behaviors through interactions with our environment. It's a fascinating approach that focuses on observable actions rather than internal thoughts. It's like, forget what's going on inside your head. Let's focus on what you're doing out here in the real world. This model emphasizes the importance of our surroundings and how they influence our actions. Think of it like training a dog. The principles are surprisingly similar. You give the dog a treat when it does something good, and you scold it when it does something bad. These rewards and punishments help shape the dog's behavior over time. Over time, the dog learns to associate certain behaviors with positive or negative consequences. This is a clear example of how behavior can be modified. The same principle applies to humans. We are constantly learning from the feedback we receive from our environment. The behavioral model says that we learn to engage in both healthy and unhealthy behaviors through a process called conditioning. This can be broken down into 2 main types. There's classical conditioning, where we learn to associate 2 stimuli together, like when Pavlov's dogs learned to salivate at the sound of a bell because they knew it meant food was coming. This type of learning is automatic and often happens without conscious thought. And then there's operant conditioning, where we learn through rewards and punishments. This type of conditioning involves a more active role in shaping behavior. The behavioral model is all about how our environment can shape our behaviors, both for better and for worse. By understanding this, we can create environments that promote positive behaviors and reduce negative ones. Get ready to put on your thinking caps, folks, because the cognitive model is all about the power of the mind. This model says that our thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions play a major role in our emotional and behavioral responses. The cognitive model argues that our thoughts are not just passive observers of our experiences, they actually shape our reality. If you believe the world is a scary and dangerous place, guess what? You're going to see danger lurking around every corner. The cognitive model emphasizes the importance of identifying and challenging negative thought patterns. By learning to reframe our thoughts in a more positive and realistic light, we can transform our entire outlook on life. Last but not least, we've got the socio-cultural model, the model that's all about understanding how our social and cultural environments can impact our mental health in profound ways. Because let's face it, we're not just individuals floating around in a vacuum. We're part of a complex web of social structures, cultural norms, and societal expectations that can either support or hinder our well-being. Think about it. The culture you grew up in, the community you live in, the people you surround yourself with, all of these factors can influence your beliefs, values, and behaviors. They shape how you see the world and how you interact with it. The socio-cultural model recognizes that mental illness is not just an individual problem, it's also a social problem. Factors like poverty, discrimination, and lack of access to healthcare can all contribute to higher rates of mental illness in certain populations. These issues create barriers that can be difficult to overcome. The sociocultural model reminds us that we're all connected and that our individual well-being is inextricably linked to the well-being of our communities. When we support each other, we all thrive. And there you have it, folks, the 5 major models of abnormality. We've journeyed through the depths of the brain, explored the hidden realms of the unconscious mind, and discovered the power of our thoughts, behaviors, and social connections. It's like we've unlocked the secrets of the universe, but instead of finding the meaning of life, we've found a deeper understanding of ourselves and the human condition. And that's pretty cool, right? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more mind-blowing content. And I'll catch you in the next video.